Hey everyone, I'm Selena Hill, and this is the new norm on Black Enterprise. Today, I'm speaking with Sheila O, an international business and entertainment mogul and the host of AfroZons on Power 92.3 Chicago, which is the first Afrobeat radio show on a major US FM station. And the nationally syndicated show also has a presence in 44 African countries. Thank you so much, Sheila, for being here with us today.
Selena, it's such an honor. Thanks for having me. Really, really mean that.
Absolutely, absolutely. So Sheila, I'm excited to talk about the upcoming AfroZons Soundoff Dubai travel experience. But before we do, I want our audience to learn more about your background and amazing career. You actually made history in 2017 as the first international female personality to create and host an Afrobeat radio show on a major FM station here in the US. Tell us more about your background, this amazing feat, and your work in entertainment.
Thank you, Selena. Okay, so simple girl, born in Lagos, Nigeria. Very proud of that. I grew up in England. I went to University of Westminster, got my degree out there, and then I moved to the United States. Before I moved to the United States, I started a company out there called Zones PR and Tours. It's a booking agency. So I was privileged to be able to tour a lot of A-list artists from London and the UK and the US to Africa. And I was doing this on a consistent basis. I started at the age of 17 doing this. And also in London, I sit on the board of one of the most prestigious award ceremonies there called the Mobile Awards. So using that clout and access to A-list artists, I was very successful in becoming a booking agent. When I moved to Chicago, my love for Afrobeat has always been there, being that, of course, I was born in Lagos. I didn't understand for the life of me why Afrobeat wasn't permeating the globe on this side of the world, the way it was making waves in the United Kingdom, in Brazil, in Africa, everywhere else it was popping. So I reached out to Power 92 because I researched. There was iHeart, there was Power 92. I reached out to Power just because Power has been known for doing things that are just extraordinary. They broke Chance the Rapper, they broke Kanye, they just do stuff that's just different. Reached out to them, pitched, and then they bought into the idea. And then that's how AfroZons was born, February, 5 years this month, February 2017. And it's been great things since then. We've moved from one city after the other, and the rest has been history.
Definitely has been history. And I'm so glad that you talked about Afrobeats and its presence on the other side of the world. Like you said, even in South America, Brazil. I remember, I think I told you offline, I had spent some time in Paris back in 2015. And my friend at the time was just bumping Afrobeats, and it was all over the clubs. And I was just like, what is this? And I couldn't understand her enthusiasm. Fast forward now, and that literally Afrobeat parties are happening all around the States. When and why would you say Afrobeats finally began to really take the US by storm?
I'll be honest, I always give the credit to Black Panther. Everyone thinks Sheila, why you do that? But I'm like, no, Black Panther was that movie that came out and that made a lot of African Americans feel cool about being African. It showed a different perspective of Africa to the world. I mean, back in the days, likes of CNN, all they want to do is show you the charity side. A kid with big belly and flies all over their heads, charity, charity, charity. But Black Panther showed that the same Maseratis, Limbo, any major car that you have here in the States is what is out there in Africa. It made it cool to be African. It made people realize that it's more that connects us than disconnects us. It's not some part of the world you go to where the houses are on trees. Nah, you know what I mean? It's very adverse. It's very, it's very forward thinking. It's the first world. I know they say we're the third world, but it's really the first world. So I would say Black Panther opened that curiosity box. And then it helped us also push the music. So while Black Panther was out there promoting Africa and the beauty of Africa, Zamunda and all the nice things, that Africa had to offer, the music was slowly now permeating the globe because he was doing big numbers in the UK, like I initially said, but then it just started making waves in the US, getting Grammy nominations and Grammy wins and stuff like that. And people like myself pushing it real hard, working closely with labels like Sony that were the first to sign Afrobeat artists, and now Warner's, Def Jam, everyone's signing an Afrobeat artist. There's actually a budget now to promote Afrobeat music. So we've come a long way. So yes, I would say Black Panther.
Oh yeah, you know, it's so fascinating when you say that, because Black Panther it literally changed the perception, like you said, of Africa, especially here in the States, and just how it was portrayed in media. And then, like you said, it really ushered in that Afrobeats wave. What impact would you say Afrobeats has made here in the States and here in the world?
A lot. First of all, it's connecting African Americans and Africans, which is priceless. It's helping us bridge the gap, a gap that has been instilled since way before myself and you, Selena. You know, we've always thought we were different. We're always made to think we were different because, you know, back in the era of slave trade, when we separated, it was like, oh, you know, they're the Africans and then the African Americans. No, we're all Africans, we're all one. So obviously the music, the culture, the growth made that gap a bit closer for us to see ourselves as one. It also helped us promote the continent more, whereby people are going to Africa now. Now it's a cool thing to be in Ghana. Everyone I speak to, where you going, Ghana? You know what I mean? It was just beautiful. Back then, you wouldn't want to, you Ghana, why? No. But now it's like, I want to go to Ghana, I want to go to South Africa, I want to go to Nigeria, I want to go to Kenya, Tanzania. Back then, I guess Kenya, Tanzania were always cool because they had the animals, but people were going home for the wrong reasons. Now people are going home to connect. People are doing the ancestry.com. People are going home to find out what part of Africa they belong. You know, that sense of completion. So for me, that's one thing that I know Afrobeats really did. Like, so Beyonce, she did a whole album called The Gift. And I'm sure, she didn't say this to me, I've worked with her, but she didn't say this to me, but I'm sure I can put my hand on my chest and say, it might have been one of her lowest selling albums, but it was one of her most fulfilling because she went to Africa, did the videos, did the collaboration, worked with a lot of Afrobeat artists. You know, she made it so authentic. She didn't just go out there just trying to sing Afrobeats. She fused it together, and then that was The Gift. And to her, I believe I read somewhere she said it was good to actually do music from where she's from, you know, which is Africa. Again, it's Afrobeats. You know, it just helped bridge the gap. It's not fully bridged, but yo, Selena, it's close. It's close.
Yeah. I'm glad that you mentioned Beyonce, Sheila, because you've worked with such huge artists like Beyonce, like Jay-Z, you know, Megan Thee Stallion. I read that you were responsible for bringing Jay-Z to Africa, but his very first visit years ago, and just, you know, letting them explore and experience the culture. Why has it been so important for you to bring major artists like that to Africa and to even bridge that gap between, as you said, Africans and African Americans?
Because there's so much that we can learn from each other. It's all about knowledge. You know how they say knowledge is power? You know, I strongly believe that if American kids were taught African culture and African kids were taught American culture, there will be that level of mutual respect and growth. I feel there's so much that African Americans can do when they come back home to Africa. You know, Black History Month, I find out so much about what African Americans achieve, the traffic lights, the this, the that, things that, you know, in Africa, you know, we're still trying to put in place. You know what I mean? I know we're modern, don't get me wrong, but there's certain things that we're trying to put in place. So I feel like going back home, you know, helps empower the culture so much, where we become bosses, our own bosses, and not working for the other race. So for me, it's all about bridging that gap. You know, the more we can do that, the more we can build together. Also, you know, industrial growth, like you mentioned Jay-Z. Yes, I was the first to take Jay to Africa. I was with him on his G5 plane. He was just dating Beyonce then. I was a kid. He couldn't believe this kid was taking him to Africa. He kept on saying, this kid, to William Morris. And they're like, yeah, this kid. She got 7 countries for you. And he came out there to Africa. He was blown away. He invested in water. Water was what he chose. We worked with the United Nations. He was fetching water, climbing the hills and going through the routes the kids go through when they're going to school. And he sent so much money back after that, helping build water, making things better. Likes of the Weekend, he's doing stuff with coffee. There's so much. Lil Jon's building schools in Ghana. So many things are happening just because of the fact that we're now aware. So it's helping both sides, you know what I mean? So yes, it was important for me to play my role and play my part because I was privileged to experience 3 continents, you know, born in Nigeria, schooled in England, and living in the US, 3 continents. Right. So, you know, I'm able to see the world from a different perspective. And I just feel like if you can see from where I see it, you would understand that there's more that connects us than disconnects us. That's my favorite saying. I'm always going to say that. And it helps us build.
Do you think the artists, after they've spent time with you and you take them to Africa, do their perspectives change? Did you ever see anything shift in them?
Yes, a lot. You know, because first of all, when you go to Africa and you touch that soil, most of them get on their knees and kiss the soil. It makes me worry. I'm like, okay, that's dirt. That's dirt. You know what I mean? You know, the one you getting sick on me now, like, okay, I get it, but that's dirt, you know, and they kiss the soil and then they just see how happy, you know, you go to Zambia, you see how happy they are. They don't have 24 hours electricity, but they make the most of it. We bumped into this kid that built a car. He used tires and wheels and wheelbarrow and all kinds of stuff. He built a car. And everyone, I remember on that tour was thinking, wow, if this guy was in the United States, the car companies would just snap him up so quick. You know, so just so many things, you know, just happen when, you know, when they travel out there and then when they come home, I think they're more appreciative. You know, like when you see a child that has no electricity, still smiling, still happy, still trying to make the most of life. You know that saying, they say, I was sad about my ugly shoes until I saw a man with no legs. You know what I mean? So there's a sense of responsibility, you know, which I've noticed, you know, because at first when they're going out there, you know, it's changed now, but that fear of, oh, mosquitoes, or we have mosquitoes, but well, okay, everyone, you know, but there's that fear of like, oh, you know, would my Wi-Fi work? Oh, would I do this? Would I do that? There's this insecurity as well. And then when they go out there, they have such a ball. They see that we have the same strip clubs. They see that we have the same party life. They see that we have the same churches, the same cars, you know, the same food, and they don't want to go. I taught Trey songs, and I remember his crew were like, you know, big concern like about Africa, you know, which I don't blame them. What you don't know, you know, you get nervous about. But when he got to Africa, he wanted to extend his stay. So we had likes of Kevin Lyles, powerful industry guys calling, say, why is Trey Songz changing his flight? He's having a ball. He wasn't ready to go home. He was hanging out with Wizkid and Davido, working, doing music, and he had a ball. And that's the same experience. They don't come back the same, and they always want to stay longer when they come out there.
Amazing. And speaking of extraordinary, amazing experiences, we got to talk about AfroZons Dubai Soundoff. This is a travel experience that you conceptualized and curated to bring Afrobeat lovers around the globe to Dubai, coming up in March. Sheila, tell us more about this experience and what people can expect from it.
Okay, first of all, I want to let you know why, you know, it was important for us to actually build a division at Zones that allows us travel and create packages and partnerships, because based on our experience as booking agents, we see the power of travel, you know, getting to understand other people's cultures, the way they live and all that. It's like, I always say this, God created this beautiful world and he didn't say stay put in Chicago. He didn't say stay put in New York. He says go around and travel and see all the beautiful things that I created for you. And it only makes you wiser, smarter, opens up your heart to see how the other side lives. So it was so important for us to create that division in the company that promotes tourism and all that. So we started in 2019. We worked with the Ghanaian government. That was the year of slavery. That was the year of the 200-year of slavery, where Ghana was offering African Americans a right of abode, which means a right to come home and get their citizenship. So we worked on that project, and we were able to bring a lot of people to Ghana. And today I'm so proud to know that, even likes of, what's his name? Twitter, companies like this are all going out there to Ghana, set up head office, and, they're all trading and doing stuff out there. So that was 2019. Fast forward Dubai. I was privileged to interview the director of tourism, Stella Fubara. She was a guest on my show, How Far with Sheila O. And we were talking about tourism in America and everything else. And she was like, why is it that a lot of people don't come to Dubai? They just go to Mexico, the Caribbean and all that. Americans like to play it safe. And I'm like, it's not about just playing it safe. It's about what we know. It's about what's easy. Dubai is expensive. It's on everyone's bucket list, most people's bucket list, but it's very expensive. And we have this thing about your culture. We're not allowed to kiss. We're not allowed to hold hands. When she was like, what? They wear bomb shots in Dubai. They do this in Dubai. They do. I'm like, are you sure now? She says, yeah. So after a very, very beautiful interview with her, we got off the line. And I said to her, we would like to work with you to push, tourism in the United States for our demographic. I have a very young demographic that tuned into Afro Beats, and so I was like, they have money, yeah, but they ain't gonna throw their money away for no reason. So it has to make sense. So she was like, okay, let's look into a deal. We put a deal together. AfroZons partnered with the Dubai Tourism Board. They brought on some A-list travel agents to come on board. They offered us very good deals through their local DMCs, flights, hotels, just to make it affordable. We created a website on their platform called AfroZonsDXB.com. All the travel agents are there. And first it was just meant to be the United States. And then later on, they were like, let's try in Africa, let's try in the UK. So I think now we're about 12 or 13 countries all going out to Dubai, and there's all kinds of packages out there. And it's going to be one big party, again, promoting the culture, having, different minds come together to create greatness and have a good time. And that's one of the things that AfroZons, set out to do. Another way we use, again, to bridge that gap. So why not do it in Dubai? It doesn't have to be only in Africa. As long as we're traveling together, playing the same music, why not make it Dubai? And Dubai government opened up their doors. Without them, AfroZons Dubai Soundoff would not have been possible, because they made it affordable. And then because of AfroZons, a lot of radio stations, TV stations that tend to do like Dubai trips, they canceled because our prices were ridiculously low, but still luxurious and affordable.
What's so fascinating is how you've been taking people around the globe, especially in Africa, for so many years. And now you've curated experience that's going to bring people to Dubai. And, it's not just, it's open to everyone, but Afro Beats is the theme. How did you even come up with this concept?
Having this interview with Stella Fubara was like an eye opener for me. She was able to, show us the beauty of Dubai. I personally have had concerts out there. I've had artists I've taken out there for concerts. Dubai is not foreign to me, but it is foreign to a regular person that just wants to go on a vacation. It's far and then it's expensive, you know what I mean? But that's if you go on the wrong time, So with the Dubai Tourism Board, we want to be able to show people the beauty of Dubai, let them know the best time to visit the country, show them that it's affordable yet luxurious. And the Afrobeat team for me was another way to keep pushing the culture. We're now having a lot of Grammy nominations. I became a Grammy member 2021 class, and I know it's all due to Afrobeats. It kind of makes sense to keep pushing the culture. We're still the only Afrobeat show in the US that's nationally syndicated. So everywhere we go, we take our music with us, because we want to make sure, just like hip hop, that Afrobeats remains a culture and not a phase.
What can people expect from the AfroZons Soundoff Dubai? What can we expect from this experience?
Oh God, mad. as they say in England, mado. It's just gonna be mad, you know. It's gonna be a great experience. I have my friends coming out with me, Big Tigger, Lonnie Love, Tools, Rachel, Mina, just so many. Bebe from K104. I have so many celebrity friends, you know, who are radio gurus and TV gurus coming out with me. So you get to hang out with them. You get to experience Dubai with them as well. We have the expo. Dubai is hosting the expo this year. They got it last year because of COVID. It started late last year and it ends March this year. The expo, for those that don't know, is a comet. It only comes around only every 5 years. It takes a country an average of 15 years to bid for it. You know, and once you win that, it's like the Olympics. Olympics is 4, Expo is 5. So once you win that, every country or major country comes out to show technology, culture, whatever they want to promote. They come out there. There's about 200 and I think maybe 30 or 40 countries in the world, of which 218 and 220 already in Dubai right now, set up at the Expo. Dubai's pushing you know, innovation, creativity, technology. That's all they do best at the expo. So you get to go to the expo for free. You know, once you buy the package via the AfroZonsDXB.com, you get to visit the tallest building, the Burj Khalifa. Tigger, for example, he's a professional scuba diver. He likes to scuba dive. So Tigger, who's the host of V103 in Atlanta and the voice of the Atlantic Hawks, he'll be out there scuba diving in the biggest scuba diving hole in the whole world. It's in the real deep in the water, and they have properties and apartments. I don't even know what they have in there, but you just go deep in and you see all sorts. It's mind-blowing. You know, the biggest theme park, IMG, is in Dubai. We're going to go there. 7-star hotels are in Dubai. You know, just so much that the package has to offer. So it just depends on who you book your package with. Everyone has different things that they're going to experience, but we all come together for 3 days to experience the big party, the big Afrobeat party on the desert, the expo, the meet and greet, you know, and of course, 2 parties, actually, 2 parties. We're gonna have 2 parties, you know? We're gonna let Dubai know that the Americans are in the building. We're here, you know what I mean? Like, we're gonna turn up, you know? And they've given us a license to turn up, and they're not gonna, you know, they're not gonna dull us down. They're gonna let us just do what we do best, just have a great time. And they're looking forward to hosting us as well. So a lot of packages out there. Anything you think about that's here, I'll be honest with you, I don't know what it is with Dubai. They always go out of their way to outbeat the rest of the world. The policemen drive Maseratis, Lamborghinis, you know. I think our policemen drive Toyotas and Fords, right? I don't know what.
Oh, yes, that's correct. Yeah. Yes, you know? Yes. It is going to be a luxury experience. Yes, a luxurious experience. And I'm so happy you mentioned that, because you're bringing this luxury to a lot of folks, especially here in America, that wouldn't normally you know, go to Dubai, or maybe they have it on their bucket list, but it's something that they're planning for years. How did you make this accessible and affordable for particularly Black Americans to have this experience?
Oh, partnering with the Dubai government. I always say to people, is one thing when I show up at your house, Selena, I just come knock, Selena, open the door. And you be like, hey, Sheila, what's up? Sit down. You know, what you want to drink? Okay, I don't know what I have. I'm going to just check my fridge. But it's another thing when you invite me, Selena, that means you've already gone to the stores. You already got the drink. You already got everything. So before I even knock on the door, you're like, hey, I knew you were coming, 2 o'clock. That's what's happening right now. Dubai is inviting us. And that's what makes it very special. They're opening their doors. They're saying, come on in. You know, they're giving away free tickets. I gave away 140 free tickets all across the globe in partnership with the Dubai government for free. People that are coming into Dubai and experiencing 6-night stays and experiencing the same thing as those that actually bought the package. The whole idea is to just keep growing word of mouth, for people to experience fun and go back and like, yo, we got to go to Dubai next year. That place is off the chain. They have this, they have that. It's mind blowing. We only have one life to live. And we have to live it to the fullest. You know what I mean? So yes, It's affordable, it's luxurious, just because we were able to partner. We wouldn't have been able to pull it off without the partnership of the Dubai government. That's why it's called AfroZons Dubai Soundoff, and the hashtag is AfroZons DXB. DXB is the name of the Dubai airport. So AfroZonsDXB.com is the website you go to pick up a package, and it's not too late. And I don't know when we're gonna air, but either way, we'll be talking about the aftermath or the before month. Either way, we'll be good. We'll be good.
Oh yeah, no, this is going to definitely air beforehand so that everyone can know and at least have, you know, the opportunity to take advantage of this unique travel experience. It's affordable, it's accessible. Like you said, Dubai is going all out to particularly invite us, you know, the audience that Black Enterprise speaks to. Why was it so important for you to want to open up the doors for Black travelers around the world to meet in Dubai and have this experience?
Because, you know, first of all, I wanted to make sure I'm hanging out with those that look like me, you know, you know, so, and I just feel like the experience, the knowledge you get from traveling is so priceless, and it only makes you a better human being. And if I can communicate that with, you know, those that look like me, you know, then life will be better, the world will be better. It was super important. And also, you know, on a downside, when I moved to the States, I realized that a lot of African Americans tend to go on cruises. I don't know what it is with cruises. God help me, I'm British. So we don't do cruises. We fly everywhere. So I'm like, why Americans always want to go on a cruise? And they love their cruises. You know what I mean? So for me, it was like, okay, there's some places the boat cannot go to, and we don't even want to go back on a boat. I.e. Africa, we came on a boat. We're not going back on a boat. And I just feel like, you know, the exposure, just showing people like, come and see. Again, it stems back to my being a booking agent, that mind-blowing experience, that aha moment the artists show me when they come to Zambia, Nigeria, Angola. It's mind-blowing. And the more people that can experience it and see that, the better, you know. So it's really all about still bridging that gap and just doing what I can for my own people.
Is there something in particular that you're looking forward to the most at the AfroZons Dubai Soundoff?
Yes, I'm looking forward to seeing all my guests do the things that are daring. Like I talked about Tigger. I want to see him scuba dive. I want to see Lonnie Love jump off a plane. I want to see the baby. I want to see how he's going to act when he is in a restaurant that's underwater. Is he going to be scared because it's underwater? You know, I just want to experience everything with them. And the beautiful thing is my show, How Far with Sheila O, is televising everything. We're going to have a whole season that's dedicated to Dubai, and that's 13 episodes. So for me, it's like, it's good content for How Far with Sheila O, but it's also a good way to keep promoting Dubai and keep our agreement with them going. And me personally, what would I want to do in Dubai? I don't even know. I mean, go to the desert. It's so tranquil. You go there, you have time to think and reconnect and, you know, just refocus, because it's just sand. It's just bare sand that goes so far that you don't even know where it ends. And you're able to just sit down and just be at one, be at peace with yourself, and just reflect on the beauty of the world. So I'm looking forward to doing that personally, and hanging out with you, Selena.
Absolutely. I mean, I am super, super excited. Never been. I'm one of those people who, you know, love to travel, but Dubai always seems so far and so out of reach. So to have the AfroZons Dubai Soundoff, make it accessible, make it affordable. Again, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. Please let folks know how they can take advantage. Let us know the website again, the hashtag, etc.
I really, first of all, Selena, I want to thank you for the opportunity. I want to thank you. I want to thank Black Enterprise. Thank you for just giving us a platform and letting us use your platform to let, you know, African Americans and Africans in diaspora know that this is a gift from Dubai. You know, I say this with a very humble heart. They don't need to do this, because it's on almost everybody's bucket list, like going to Phuket or going to Bali, you know. People that have money, once you make money, get a little bread, you want to go there, you want to go have a good time. They always going to have people come, but they want to make sure that we come. You know, they want to make sure that we, the Blacks, that we come. So I want us to take advantage of this opportunity. The packages are luxurious, but so affordable, as low as 1,600. You're going to find on the website. Please go to AfroZons. It's Afro ZONS DXB, the name of the airport.com. So that's AfroZons DXB.com. Once you log in, you see me. My hair was longer then. You see me on one corner of the website. You see the director of culture and tourism and his quote as to why he partnered with AfroZons. And you see all the media personalities coming out. You see all the flags already involved in the project. And please take advantage of this because we are being invited. Let's just milk it, y'all. Let's milk it.
Why not? Sheila O, thank you so much for your time today, this amazing opportunity that you've put together and telling us about it, and then all the work that you're doing to really bridge the gap between Africans and Black people around the diaspora. So we appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you too, Selena.
Absolutely. Thank you.